Two different approaches can be used to obtain 3D information from photos. Traditional photogrammetry is based on the principle of stereoscopic vision. Images seen by each eye are slightly different. The analysis of this difference, called parallaxes, allows for our perception of 3D space. The principle of stereoscopy is exploited since many years by the technique of photogrammetry, analyzing the difference in images acquired by twin cameras to get information on the position of each object in the 3D space. Aerial photography uses an extra trick. Instead of using two fixed cameras, it uses successive positions of the same camera installed on board of an aircraft moving along a flight line. Stereoscopic image obtained that way allows for accurate measurement of the height of objects. Here is an example of stereoscopic image of a quarry site analyzed in a photogrammetry software. The second approach is based on the analysis of 3D structure from motion. This principle is also heavily employed for 3D perception by human vision. Motion can concern the displacement of the viewing point or the displacement of the object or both. In this approach, a large number of images are acquired around the scene, and the software analyzes these images to extract the position of millions of points whose color is defined by the original image. Practically, we use high-quality but compact photographic and positioning equipment. We design an efficient solution for the installation and remote control of this equipment on a wide variety of platforms, airplanes, helicopters or drones. These aircraft are rented locally with their pilots just for the duration of the mission. We use an in-flight control computer connected to a GPS to control the trajectory of the aircraft and the acquisition of the photos. Aerial photo cannot be simply used as a map. Each photo is affected by geometric distortions generated by the position of the camera, by optical artifacts, and, above all, by the relief of terrain. It is, however, possible to correct most of these distortions on each photo, then to merge this corrected photo to form a large mosaic called orthophotos. Orthophotos can be used as maps, but they are especially useful and efficient when used in a Geographical Information System or GIS software. With these tools, one can change the scale using zooming tools, pan into large images, read the geographic coordinates of the cursor, measure distances and surfaces, etc. A major advantage is found in the possibility to compare orthophotos to other GIS data. Here is an example of an orthophoto of Dakar in Senegal overlaid on municipal and cadastral databases. Because the photo used to produce the orthophoto has sufficient overlap to be analyzed in stereoscopic mode, it's possible to measure the elevation of reference point on this photo. This technique is used to define the general shape of the relief as a digital terrain model and to derive contour lines that can be displayed in 3D. Using the structure from motion approach requires a larger number of photos, but these can be vertically oriented or oblique. For this example, we used some 180 photos acquired by a drone flying below 100 meters. Each photo is automatically analyzed to find a large number of remarkable points. Similar points are then searched for on neighboring photos, and the geometry of this relation is used to determine the 3D position of these points, but also the position and orientation of each camera. The remarkable points form a sparse 3D points cloud. This cloud is then densified, adding a very large number of color points extracted from the photo. This generates a very realistic 3D model. This dense points cloud can be directly used by specialized software, allowing for a smooth navigation around the model. The point cloud gives information about the position in space of a very large number of points, but also on their actual color, obtained from the original photo. Using the actual color generates a very realistic model, but it's also possible to change the color of the points to depict the height of the object or the orientation of the surfaces the points belong to. It's also possible to isolate a part of the cloud, for instance, to facilitate the analysis of a specific building. It is also possible to import the points cloud in many drawing software used by architects and engineers, such as AutoCAD, MicroStation, Rhino, etc. This is very interesting because the points cloud can be used as a reference to capture in 3D landscape features, roads and buildings. But the opposite is also possible, to integrate an existing drawing into the 3D model materialized by the points cloud. This example was done for a call for architectural projects for the extension of the site of the Banque Africaine de Développement in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. Aerial photos were used to generate a realistic 3D model of the prevailing situation, showing the topography of the site and the visual impact of existing buildings. Then the proposed new building was integrated in the model, first presented as a wireframe structure, then with colored texture applied to the faces. Finally, sophisticated rendering techniques were used to obtain a very realistic model of the project. NADAR is a small company based in Belgium and working in partnership with experts in various domains. We have a full control on all aspects of the production showed in this video. In close collaboration with the clients, we define the most appropriate parameters, we prepare, organize and carry out the aerial photo flight in any part of the world. We survey ground control points when required, we produce orthophoto, digital terrain model, 3D models, we integrate our results into existing database, and we integrate existing database into our models. We can also produce high-quality prints for exhibitions, produce video, websites, etc. Because we are a small structure, we are very flexible and we can offer very low prices. Thank you for your attention.